Over the past few years, you have learnt slowly but surely index laws. So we've got 7 index laws that we're focusing on, and this is basically a summary of all of them. So the first case is when we multiply the numbers. Recall that our bases need to be the same, and when this is the case, we can add our powers. So a to the power of m times a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m plus n. Similarly, if we divide, instead of adding, we will subtract, so a to the power of m minus n. Third index law is that anything raised to the power of 0 is just going to give out 1, and that includes anything. So you can have a massive expression, all in brackets, raised to the power of 0, your answer will be 1. The fourth rule is a bracket rule. So if you have something in a bracket raised to another power, then you multiply together your powers or your indices. So in this particular case, a to the power of m to the power of n is a to the power of m times n. In order to expand a bracket with an indice outside and more than one term inside, what you can do is just multiply or I suppose raise to the power. So in this particular case, a to the power of m and b to the power of m as well. Same deal if you have a fraction inside. So I had a multiplication here. If I have a fraction inside, again, I can just raise a to the power of m and b to the power of m. The only difference is I divide instead of times. The last rule, which is maybe not one you've come across before, is negative power. So negative power or reciprocal describes this situation here. So a to the power of negative m is equal to 1 on a to the power of m. What you need to recognize is that you can move from the top of a fraction to the bottom of a fraction using a power. Now, the way to do this is that you need to switch the sign. So I could have a to the power of negative m on the denominator, and by moving it to the top, it becomes a to the power of m. So there's this reciprocal property with powers. And you just need to recognize the difference between the denominator and the numerator and what you have to do to your power to be able to move between the two. We'll look at some examples of this.